This film is brought to you by New York Life and its over 11,000 agents and representatives who offer you quality financial products and services to help you get the most out of life.
Candlestick Park, San Francisco, California, the biggest regular season game in New Orleans Saints history.
On a warm December day in 1988, the New Orleans Saints took on the San Francisco 49ers for the NFC West title. This proud Saints team that had fallen on hard times late in the season quickly fell behind. Although New Orleans had come back to win 6 times in 1988, their desperate attempt to catch the 49ers in the second half would fall inches short.
Well, the Saints' rapidly waning hopes for the NFC West Championship may rest on this play. 4th and 1 from the 35-yard line. Here comes Scales in motion right to left. Hebert is going to sneak. I don't think he even came close.
After leading their division for much of the year, the Saints' 3rd straight loss was disappointing. But it did not diminish the accomplishments of a season that ranked as one of their best ever. In 1988, the Saints swept aside the notion that winning might only be temporary in New Orleans. Indeed, the story of 1988 was the saga of determined players who won a number of games that Saints teams from the past would surely have lost. 12 contests were decided by 8 points or less. 5 games went right down to the final minute in a season characterized by inspiring wins and heartbreaking losses.
Back, placement's down, kicks on its way, and it is good. And the Giants lead by a point, 13-12.
As the season wore down, the wear and tear of an emotional year took its toll. But in the end, the New Orleans Saints had much to be proud of. En route to their 2nd straight winning season, the Saints amassed 10 victories, recorded a 7-game winning streak, and played before a record number of New Orleans fans. For head coach Jim Mora and his talented team, the disappointing events in December of 1988 represented only the setting sun of a single season, not the end of a bright and promising era of New Orleans Saints football. In 1988, the Saints' objective was to win the NFC West and qualify for the playoffs. They were loose and confident, but no team dances to victory on confidence alone. Their road was often a treacherous path where victories were not easily choreographed. The Saints stumbled at times, but they displayed a remarkable resiliency to bounce back and meet every challenge head on. Youngsters like number 87 Lonzell Hill faced a number of unique and varied obstacles. But the talented wide receiver ultimately steered a course to stardom that was straight and true. Like Hill, running back Buford Jordan also displayed a hard nose for adversity.
Hebert is going to give it on the draw play to Jordan, and he crashes straight ahead. Still fighting inside the 45. He breaks another tackle. 30 to the 20 to the 15 to the 13-yard line. What an effort by Buford Jordan.
Probably the greatest run I've seen by a Saint running back this year.
Rookie running back Craig Hayward flashed the form of a soft shoe dancer, but the Saints quickly learned why he was nicknamed Ironhead.
1st and 10 from the Saint 27. Hebert gives it to Hayward, straight ahead, bounces off the pile, turns it up, 30, 35, breaking a tackle. Look out, he's at midfield 50, he's at the 40, he's at the 30, he's at the 15. Nobody's going to catch Ironhead Hayward. That's his first touchdown in the NFL. 73-yard run, Jim.
While there were many individual achievements, 1988 was noted for a number of hard-fought team efforts that tested the Saints' competitive nature. That fact was established on opening day, when the 49ers came to town. In a contest that ranked as one of the year's best, Bobby Hebert and Joe Montana dueled like there was no tomorrow.
Montana drops straight back, looks in the end zone, throws, and it is caught for the touchdown, John Frank. Hebert retreats, feeling some pressure, dancing to his right, throwing in the end zone, wide open, Robert Clark, touchdown!
Despite a stellar performance from Hebert, who threw 4 touchdown passes, the Saints' hope for a miracle comeback fell 1 point shy. In the end, they had learned a hard lesson about what they could expect from divisional play in 1988.
There's no weak teams in the NFC West, and sometimes in some divisions, you know you're going to get a couple wins in your division when you play division opponents, but that's not the case in the NFC West. You better be ready every time you play an NFC West opponent.
A Week 2 encounter in Atlanta confirmed Jim Mora's suspicions.
That wasn't a problem.
After falling behind 14-3, the Saints rallied for over 200 yards rushing behind the line of Dombrowski, Gilbert, Edelman, Trapillo, Rock, Court, and Hilgenberg. Reuben Mays rushed for the go-ahead touchdown as the Saints came from behind 29-21. The victory began a wild 7-game streak where the Saints found every conceivable way to win.
3rd and 21. Into his own end zone, being rushed, hit, and sacked by Ricky Jackson. That's a safety. This will be a 36-yard attempt for Johnson from the right hash mark. Snap is back, kick is up, and it's blocked by the Saints. It's rolling free at the 40. It's picked up by Dave Waymer. There's nobody in front of him. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. 58 yards for Dave Waymer and the Saints.
While it's true that the Saints made the most of their opportunities, the ball did have a habit of bouncing their way. For a franchise that once made losing look easy, it seemed hard to believe that now they were criticized for winning ugly.
Well, I don't think any win is ugly. I think every win is beautiful. And the objective is to win football games, and it doesn't matter how you do it.
A key to the Saints' success was the defensive line of Frank Warren, Tony Elliott, James Gethers, and Jim Wilkes that allowed only 6 rushing touchdowns all year long. Scoring touchdowns was no problem for New Orleans as long as number 21, Dalton Hilliard, was handling the ball. The versatile back had his finest season, accumulating over 1,000 total yards and proving to be a scoring threat anytime, anywhere, anyway.
And right, the running backs are split. The give is to Dalton Hilliard. He might look to throw. He's got a receiver wide open. Mo Hill, touchdown! Yeah!
Of course, Hilliard is not yet ready to step into the shoes of Bobby Hebert, the Saints' starting quarterback who matured into a team leader. For the first time in his NFL career, Hebert threw for 20 touchdowns, and he exhibited a poise under pressure that was apparent in San Diego. Behind again, Hebert rallied his team to a victory that was characteristic of the Saints' newfound mental toughness.
Yeah, we can get in a close ball game, we feel like, in the fourth quarter, and we can pull those games out. I think that's a big difference in the Saints today as compared to the Saints before.
America learned about that during a Monday night clash in October, when the Dallas Cowboys rallied from a 14-0 deficit to seriously put the Saints' winning streak in jeopardy.
39-yard attempt. Pelluer is the holder. Pelluer calls for the ball. The snap is back. The kick is up. It is on its way, and it is good, and we have a tie ball game.
And we've probably got an overtime.
Just 24 seconds left on the clock, and we are tied at 17. Here's Ruzek's kickoff. He's hit a knuckleball that'll bounce at the 15, be picked up by Gray and fumbled at the 5, up to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, up to the 35, to the 40, to the 42-yard line of the Saints. They're going to throw it for Perryman again, and he's got it with a leaping grab at the 35.
That'll do it.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash mark, and this sellout crowd will let you know what happens. Snap is back, kick is up, on its way, and it is good! It's good! It's good! The Saints have won! The Saints have won it on a 49-yard field goal by Morten Andersen, who's taking a victory lap around the field.
Nobody can catch him to congratulate him.
In 1988, the New Orleans Saints did indeed travel on a hard and winding road to victory. And along the way, they certainly earned the right to do a little dancing. Sunday in the Superdome, where every seat is filled come game day. In all of the NFL, there is really nothing quite like the sound and spectacle of a Saints home game.
Go! Defense! Kick on, kick ass. Ready? Defense! 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 Take it.
For some, it is a form of religion. For many Whodats and players alike, the theatrical setting is a place to display one's artistic expression. On this glittering stage, there are some stars who shine above all the rest. One of them is Eric Martin, the fourth-year wide receiver, who earned Pro Bowl status by setting all-time Saints records with 85 catches and 1,083 yards. Eric Martin appealed to Saints fans' appreciation of the artistic side of the sport. 4 men of a different temperament appealed to the fans' aggressive tendencies. To the outside world, they are linebackers named Jackson and Swilling, Johnson and Mills. But in Louisiana, they are known as the Dome Patrol.
Ricky Jackson had thought of the name for us. We kind of got together as linebackers, and we figured, you know, we thought we were doing a good job, and we figured maybe coming up with a name. And Ricky sort of came up with the right name for us, Dome Patrol. And we thought that was a good enough name because we do play in the dome. And we don't want to be extra violent, but we do want to be protective.
In Week 8, the Dome Patrol, with the help of safety Antonio Gibson, crushed the Los Angeles Raiders 20-6. But great defense does not always ensure victory. 1 week later, the Saints' winning streak ended as the Rams eked out a win with a fine defensive effort of their own.
There's no weak teams in the NFC West. You better be ready every time you play an NFC West opponent. You better be ready every time you play an NFC West opponent. You better be ready.
Keep coming! Keep coming! Keep coming, Domo! Right, Trump, 16 Joker, Trump, right, Trump.
In the rematch in LA, the Saints got their revenge. In another nail-biter, New Orleans secured a victory when cornerback Gene Atkins thwarted LA's last-minute potential winning drive. After literally playing it on the edge all season, the Saints returned home to New Orleans a team ready to explode. The Denver Broncos never knew what hit them.
With 3 wide receivers, make that 4. Here's Hebert dropping, under pressure, throwing, lofting it up for Martin. He's got it at the 15, 10, 5, touchdown Saints! Martin comes in motion, Bobby rolls. Tice has it, juggling catch into the end zone, touchdown!
New Orleans ensured their second straight winning season by crushing Denver in the most dominating victory in Saints history. And in doing so, they even managed to raise the intensity level of the spectacle that is Sunday in the Superdome. Only Santa Claus could possibly award the Saints a playoff berth going into the season's final week. But true to their nature, the Saints gave the Houdats a Christmas present in the form of another last-second gut-wrencher.
Still an opportunity, though, for the Saints to finish with a 10-6 season. Not bad.
With 9 seconds left, it'll be up to Morton Anderson to try to decide it. From 30 yards out, snap is back, kick is up, on its way, and it is good! Morton Anderson giving the Saints a 1-point lead, 10-9 with just 5 seconds left in this game.
No, there would be no wild card under the Saints tree. But then it was not so long ago that talk of the playoffs or even a winning season was idle chatter that ended in training camp.
We've come a long way since 3 years ago, really, and we're on the right track. This team is really building pretty quick.
A lot of the guys that are on the team now previously wasn't around when the Saints didn't have that winning perspective. Right now, you're a confident team. You know, when you don't win, it's not like, oh, well, we just lost another game. Everyone's really down and feeling bad about it and getting ready, you know, to get back on the winning track. So it's really the winning attitude that we have now in New Orleans is a whole lot different than, let's say, it was in the late 60s or 70s.
Our guys feel like they can win every game, and we're not going to, and we haven't. But they go in believing they can.
Old traditions die hard. But one old tradition in New Orleans is truly dead and buried. There is a new order under the dome. In 1988, the New Orleans Saints proved that they are indeed among the best in the NFL. They are likely to stay there for many seasons to come.
This video is part of a complete blockbuster lineup of NFL films capturing pro football's greatest plays and biggest heroes with crunches, follies, highlights, and Super Bowl hits, plus new releases each season. We've got action-packed videos of every superstar team in the NFL. Call 1-800-NFL-TAPE now for a free catalog and order your NFL hit today. Or look for NFL films at your nearby video store. The season's never over with NFL Films and Fox Hills Video.